The first card you have, your past, is strength. So yes, I'm actually seeing, yes, toning things down, trying to tone down your feelings. That's what I'm seeing when I'm seeing this person taming this lion. It's like you had these feelings bubbling up at this time and you had to tone them down. You had to tone down your reaction to something, or this, yes, this could be a work situation. I'm seeing work here because I'm seeing someone who's really difficult in your workplace, actually, but you knew that being upset or losing your temper or whatever this was, or saying how you actually really felt because you wanted to, but it wouldn't have worked with this person. And also you're in the workplace, so this would have been really difficult, or around business situation or work situation or something like that. So you had to have some sort of strategy. You still had to kind of, this was a really difficult person, and I'm seeing that you had to, there was something that you wanted to have happen. You wanted to push something forward, some sort of an idea that you thought was a good idea. But this person was very difficult, and you thought that there's no way they'd let you do whatever this was. So you had some very clever strategy. And I'm not seeing you being manipulative, but you just had to be careful in the way you said things to kind of get something that you wanted. That's what I'm seeing. And, you will get this result you wanted. At this time, you probably didn't get this yet because it was going to take some time to kind of manifest whatever this was you wanted in the workplace. But this will happen because I'm seeing you were actually very, very clever with this. So it was like you were taming a lion. It's not like they were a great big angry person, but they were a difficult person. And you had to be very careful in the way you dealt with this person. It's like using love instead of anger to kind of resolve a situation or get something that you want happening. So yes, you were very wise to do this. There's also wisdom in this lion. That's what I'm seeing as well. So you did the right thing. That's what I'm seeing. The next card you have your past is the 8 of Cups. So yes, this is all about fantasy. This is about some sort of deception or fantasy, or not really, something not quite being real or being quite right. And yes, you're coming to the realization that something wasn't quite right. Look at that moon. He's kind of looking down thinking, oh, something's not right. It almost looks like he has a headache. He's not sure what it is, because it's not like it reminds me of that little emoji, the one that's looking downwards with a kind of half-closed eyes, looking like, oh, I've got a headache, something's bad. But not outright anger, not, it's not clear as to exactly how this person's feeling, but they know something's not right. It's like, oh no, something like that kind of thing. So there's this kind of mistrust or not being sure about something, or it's kind of like, here we go again. And I am seeing some sort of situation where someone wasn't being honest or something like that, but it wasn't very clear. It wasn't very clear because this face on this moon is not exactly clear. Obviously that's not a happy face, but it's not an angry face, or it's not a crying face either. It's just like a kind of slightly disappointed, looking down and kind of, something's up, let's wonder what this is, I'm not happy here, something's going on that I'm not happy with. It's kind of like that. And yes, this moon's looking down on this situation, and I'm seeing that maybe you walked away from this situation because you were so because there was so much ambiguity, so much fantasy, so much kind of deception, and so much kind of unreality going on, and you couldn't get to the bottom of whatever this was. So you just decided to move away because it was really hurting you, and these emotions. He's walking away from this cups. That's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing that you probably will come back to this situation in the future. I'm not seeing whether you're going to, if this is a romantic situation, I'm not seeing whether you're actually going to get back together with this person, but I am seeing that you are going to talk to them again in some way. You're going to be communicating with this person again in the future. That's what I'm seeing. So the last card you have your past is the 7 of Cups. Yeah, so again, I'm seeing these illusions and this deception. That's what I'm seeing in this card. This is a very tricky card. It can be about having to make decisions, but then there's a lot of kind of trickery or deception, or you're not sure quite what's going on. So this kind of leads on from that 8 of Cups. That's what I'm seeing. And yes, I'm seeing that it took you a long time to make this decision to kind of walk away from this person. And I'm seeing it probably as a romantic situation. You walked away from this person because I'm seeing that there was a lot of confusion around it, and they just weren't being honest with you. They just weren't telling you what was going on. It was like you were asking them, oh, can you please tell me what's wrong? Why aren't you talking to me? Why are you acting like this? Why were you out that night? Why were you doing this behavior? And they had some sort of reason that kind of sounded a bit plausible, but it didn't really quite add up. And you couldn't quite prove exactly what it was. You couldn't actually catch anything going on. It was kind of very, very strange. So you just decided, you know, it took a long time for you to make this decision, but you did actually make this decision in the end. And again, I'm seeing that you might come back to this person again at some time. Maybe not to get together with him, you might, but maybe not. You're just going to have some more communication with this person, because a lot of it's unfinished. A lot of this situation is really unfinished. There's going to be some unfinished business here. That's what I'm seeing. But it's very, very confusing. You're very confusing, and you just wanted to get some sort of clarity out of this confusion. You just wanted to step out of this because it was just too much of a mess for you. It was just too much for you emotionally. The first card you have, your present, is the Ten of Cups. Yes, I love this beautiful, beautiful card, this beautiful rainbow, these golden cups, and this happy family. It's such a beautiful card. I'm seeing something quite, I'm seeing something quite strange. I hope you don't think this is too strange. This is what I'm seeing. I'm seeing family, but I'm seeing family in the way of pets, or some animals, or something like that. So I'm seeing maybe you could be getting a new pet, or maybe it's just that you have a pet around you at home, and this pet makes you feel content and happy at home, while all this trouble was going on outside of you with this person who you walked away from. It's just like you went home and you just cuddled up with this pet. And this pet doesn't answer back to you, it doesn't deceive you, it doesn't lie to you, it doesn't hurt you. It just sits there looking at you, and you pat it, and it, you know, just eats your food, and it comes and sits on you and cuddles you, that kind of thing. So it's that kind of lovely cocoon, sheltered, happy, content feeling you have with this pet or this animal. And I'm just seeing this rainbow as well, this rainbow of cups. And this reminds me of like a shelter, like an umbrella sheltering you. So you feel really sheltered and content at home with this pet, secure and sheltered. That's what I'm seeing, secure and sheltered in your home. The next card you have, your present, is the Seven of Wands. So yes, you do feel sheltered. You feel sheltered in your home, because outside of your home, look at what's going on. You have this person kind of looking really defensive, and that's you. You have a lot of problems. I'm seeing this is probably in the workplace. I am seeing something going on around your workplace, and yes, this difficult person in the Strength card, who you had to kind of work around or try and curb your temper, around this person. And I'm seeing, yes, you did set things up well here, though, so things should come together for you, definitely. You could be feeling like this is taking its time, this situation. You're not having a solution or a resolution from this yet. You wanted to get something started in the Strength card. You used your mind, your intellect, and you went about this in the right way. But you're still waiting at this time, and you might feel like the odds are stacked against you and it's not happening, or that people aren't going to agree. You might be thinking, oh, this will never happen. Nobody agrees with this. Everything's stacked against me. I'll never get through this. But you will get through this. I'm seeing that you will have a positive outcome with this. It'll be some sort of positive outcome. I'm also seeing there could be some sort of problems in your workplace, some sort of gossip or something like that, creating some sort of stress. And it's probably not as bad as you think. Once again, same with the other situation, it's not quite as bad as you're thinking. So if this resonates, if you're stressing about this, it's not as bad as you think. It's not as bad as you're imagining. And also, you know, this is probably another reason why you're so happy in your home with your pet or whatever this is, because you feel you just need this kind of shelter. You need that umbrella. You need to kind of shelter yourself from this terrible work situation and this stress around this. And you've had so much stress in your relationship life, or whatever that is as well, in your past. So the last card you have, your present, is the Ten of Wands. Yes, I still keep on seeing workplace stressed, a lot of workplace thing. So in this reading, there's a lot of things around the workplace, and I'm sorry, that's how it is. That's just what I'm seeing. If I see more romantic things, it comes up. If I see whatever else, it comes up. in this reading, I'm seeing quite a lot of work-related things. That's just what I'm seeing. So yes, you're coming to the end of something at this time. This is this big, burdensome thing. This could be a great, big, huge project you had, and you're coming to the end of it at this time. It's like, I'm finally seeing the end of this thing. I'm so relieved. Now, this project was like a great, big, horrible project. It was one of these things where everything goes wrong, everything takes 10 years longer, not, I'm exaggerating, but a lot longer than you imagined. You think, oh, I'll just sit down by myself and I'll finish this bit. And then it takes you hours longer, something goes wrong, or you're interrupted, or there's a problem, or everything falls on the floor, or it gets mixed up, or something goes terrible. Or you have a problem where there's a mistake and you have to go back and do it again. All sorts of this kind of thing happened with this problem. I'm calling it a problem. It's a project. So yes, it's not going to be perfect. When you finish this, it's not going to be perfect. And I think by this time, you'll just be like, I just want to finish this. I don't care if it's not perfect. At the beginning of this project, you probably thought, I want this to be really good and perfect and fantastic. But by the time you've been through all this stress with this project, you get to the end and you'll just be saying, I want this over with. And I'm seeing that's what's happening at this time. You'll be finishing this project and so relieved. And when you finish this project, this will open you up to doing so many different things, not just time-wise, it will open you up time-wise, but just intellectually in your head and emotionally. You'll have a lot of space, more space in your head, more space in your heart, and more space to help other people to do more things and to just do more things that you want to do. That's what I'm seeing. So the first card you have, your future, is the World. Yes, here we are. This is the World. So yes, you got to the end of this project, and at this time in your future, you're very, very relieved. Still I'm seeing this as a work-related thing I'm seeing. And yes, because the World is about finishing a journey, might be a difficult journey, but you finally come to the end and achieving something. And this was such a difficult thing. I keep on seeing how difficult this was. I'm actually seeing that maybe you made a big mistake and you had to go back and start again, or something went wrong, or you dropped something, or something happened to the laptop and something broke, or I don't know, some disaster. And this was just holding you back and holding you back. And the more you wanted it finished, the longer it took. It was just like that. But yes, at this time, this is finished and you're going to be feeling so free at this time. Look how free this woman is. In this card, she's up in the sky, she's flying up in the sky, her hair is flowing everywhere. This is freedom, and this is freedom on a practical level because you'll have more time to do more things for yourself at this time, a lot less stress. I'm just getting this holiday feeling, when you wake up and you realize you're having a day off today, and you just wake up and you think, oh, I've got a day off today. That kind of feeling because you've finished this thing. It's really nice, really it's like this big burden's gone. So the next card you have, your future, is the Eight of Swords. So I'm seeing a really a complicated situation here. This actually isn't about you, but it involves you. This is about something about your family heritage, or your family background, or something like that. Because I'm seeing that there's someone, this could be a cousin, could be a family member, could be a sibling. Now, what's going to be happening here is they're going to be feeling, and they've been feeling this for a long, long time, only now you have the time to help this person. They're going to be feeling like they're trapped in some family background dynamic. And there's a family background or a family expectation on them, trying to force them to do something in a certain way. Now, I'm seeing that what's happened with you is you were brought up in the same way as this person. And I'm seeing that you could have broken away from this. You would have broken away from this and just gotten freedom, and you were just able to find your own way. And that's what you're going to be helping this person doing. You're going to be maybe advising them. Again, I keep on seeing a relative. This is popping up. Could be, a sibling or a cousin, or someone like that. Someone slightly younger than you, maybe, because you've been there, done that. That's the only reason why I'm seeing they might be younger than you. There's some beliefs that they had growing up. This was holding them back, or it is going to still be holding them back at this time. This is in the future. I'm just looking at this house on the hill in the background. So whatever happened in this person's home when they were growing up, this is what was trapping them. It could be that you are a sibling, you're in the same home or something like that. And yes, you're going to be helping this person at this time. You're going to be helping them to see that they can be free, and you're going to be able to, yes, you're going to want to give them this beautiful, free feeling that you're feeling in the world. You're going to be telling them that, yes, you can be free. You don't have to go along with what people say you have to do. You don't have to go along with these traditions. They're just made up by someone. You can make up your own traditions, and you have this freedom that they don't have, and you're trying to give that to them. You're trying to teach that to this person. That's what you're going to be doing. That's what I'm seeing. The last card you have for your future is the Chariot. So yes, this is about you. This is about your strength. This is the way this person in the Eight of Swords sees you, a very strong person. You can move forward, and mind over matter. You have your mind. Your mind is in charge of yourself. You know your own mind. You don't just follow other people and what they want you to do. You follow what you want to do. And also, if you look at this Chariot, he has a star on top of his head. And that reminds me of the Hermit card. The Hermit has a star in his lantern, and that helps him to move forward and see where he's going. This Chariot man, this rider or this driver, has a star on his head. So his lantern is like his own head. So he's following along his path where he needs to go, but his brain is telling him where to go. His mind is telling him where to go. So he knows his own mind. He's following his own path. That's how you are. That's how this person in the Eight of Swords sees you. And you're helping them to do that themselves. You're helping them to learn this. So this is really nice. So now that you have this time, you don't have this big burden anymore. You're free. You're able to spend your time helping other people, and you're helping this person. That's what I'm seeing.